Hey everyone, Coach Logan in a Walmart parking lot in Texas. So, one of the things that I want to get into doing a lot more of is just rambling about my current thoughts within fitness health and just general anything. And this is a great opportunity. Try to do it as a one cut type of deal with minimal editing. So, one of the things that has been in the forefront of my brain is with all these GLP-1s or modern anorectics, the ones that operate on many different pathways that one, slower gastric emptying, two, now boost metabolism. So all these drugs, compounded or otherwise, have one thing in common, and they're meant to put people into a calorie deficit. Now, with a calorie deficit, there's two things that most people need to do, three if you want to get particular. And before doing any of these drugs or taking any of these things, now not medical advice, just my opinion on these things, you would want to have these things in line before you decided to do that. Now, speak with your doctor, physician, all those things. If you're on the borderline morbid obesity, weigh the costs for yourself. But the first thing and most important thing is make sure you have your sleep in order. Now, if you're overweight and you have sleep apnea, you have all these sleep issues and disorders, try to work on those things as you go. It can be in conjunction. The number one thing for people if they're doing some type of weight loss for my opinion, at least for the most circumstances for most people. So, practically applied most people, number 1 would be exercise, and not just in the form of cardiovascular fitness, which is also important, but lifting weights. You need to stimulate the muscles to grow. You need to put stress on your bones and structure to maintain their health. Because when you're in that caloric deficit, stuff is starving, stuff is depleting, stuff is getting less. So, having these drugs that put you in a caloric deficit, it's the same as if you didn't have the drugs and you're eating in a deficit. Lifting weights more than you're doing, but 2 to 3 times per week, full body hitting each muscle group within the rep range of 5 to 30 or even 4 to 40, whatever it is, trying to potentiate that muscle growth and maintain what you can do. Eating enough protein would be the next thing. So making sure your diet and nutrition are in lock for that, and then staying hydrated. So the bonus tip was that sleep. So resistance training, protein, hydration, getting all those things as you're in a caloric deficit. Hopefully you're okay. Bonus thing would be titrating the dose to where you're not a horrible human being, but making sure that you have all those other things in place. It's just curious to me that so many people are getting on these drugs and not having as much guidance as they need. There is a misconception that weight loss is the thing that people are trying to do for themselves, and then that's healthy. But it's not necessarily that the weight loss is healthy. Weighing less and doing this for your body, for your heart, for your skeletal system, for your joints, yes, that is helpful. But the reason most people are unhealthy or overweight isn't because of that. It's because a collection of decisions or things that have happened to them that have shaped them to be who they are. And then the outcome and the circumstance of what is being represented is in someone who's obese or not, or disordered eating or bad habits with alcohol or food is a compensatory thing for them that they need to figure out. The symptom of all that is obesity. So, figuring out the causes, the things that have made you unhealthy and represented in this sense of obesity or lack of movement or whatever it is, those are the things that should be implied or applied first in order to have a better idea of weight loss being a circumstance of healthy choices versus weight loss being something you achieve for health. So that's kind of where a lot of the conversation I've had with people is I know what to do, but I blah 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 blah. What you do is what you need to do. What you can do is what you need to do. What you know you need to do are the things that maybe eventually when you're healthy you can do. But right now, the only thing that you can do is action. So, whatever action applies for that. Kind of a side tangent, side rant. It's not a long video, so you can watch it. It's only like 5 minutes. But that's just kind of my topic, my take right now on the GLP-1 stuff. You have to be lifting. You have to be. You're going to deplete your muscle that you have if you're not, any muscle you do have left. And then when you decide to get off these drugs or you need to get to the max dose and it no longer works and you're gaining weight and it's all this visceral fat and you lost all your muscle, you're going to be way worse than you were when you started. So figure out the resistance training part, figure out how to maintain your muscle, figure out healthy habits that surround what you're trying to do, and let the weight loss and the GLP-1s be helpful. Be that catalyst. Be the catalyst. Let them kind of help you along the way. This is just random thoughts that I have, I think, that are important to share for perspective. And then if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below and I can talk about them more. But as they pop up in my brain, I will make them and post them. So until next time, from a Walmart parking lot. I should have been at HEB. You're right. I should have been. But this is just what happens. I went to Summer Moon and then I went to Walmart. And then Walmart has that 100-calorie popcorn. It's really good and I like it. And it's delicious. So it's hot. It's like 93 degrees. I'm getting inside. All right. Till next time. Bye, everybody.